With UPS retiring their MD-11s, I wanted to commemorate it by doing a water cannon salute here at Springfield. An iconic aircraft over the past 30 years that has flown your packages to your destination. Truly an icon. And with that being said, this final flight departing from Springfield is heading out to Louisville, Kentucky. I also want to point out I'm not taking this aircraft away from Springfield. It will remain in updates in the future. However, I did want to commemorate it by talking about it just for a split moment here to show truly how special of an aircraft this was. And moving on to the cargo section now, we have this FedEx Express Boeing 767-300ER getting some cargo onto the aircraft, and he's going to be making a departure out to Memphis. Upon landing, this American Airbus A319 discovered a slats issue, so they're going to be staying here at Springfield and getting that figured out, and they should be back in the skies in a couple days. They were arriving in from Philadelphia. Here in the hangar, we have this American Boeing 737 MAX 8. He has arrived in from Miami around a week ago, and he's still here awaiting maintenance on his right engine as that has completely came off the aircraft. Once that gets fixed, he's going to be headed back down to Miami. Coming this way to Concourse A, we have this American Boeing 757-200 getting some fuel on the aircraft. He's getting some passengers also onto the aircraft, and he's going to be making a departure out to LAX. Flipping over here to the international side, we have this US Airways Boeing 767-200. He's pushing back for a flight out to Mexico City. And just beside him here, we have this American Boeing 767-300ER. He's getting some luggage off of the aircraft as he's just arrived in from London Heathrow. Further down along the line here, we have this One World American 737-800. He's here at gate, and he's just arrived in from Dallas Fort Worth. Here to our regional section of Concourse A, we have this American Eagle CRJ-700. He's also just arriving in, and he's arriving in from Charlotte. Finishing off our regional section for Concourse A, a little bit lighter today, as it's kind of mid-morning, 9:30 to 11:30 is a little bit less regional heavy, but anyways, here we have a American Eagle Embraer J145. He's getting some luggage onto the aircraft, and he's going to be making a departure out to Bangor, Maine. Last update, I did mention American added a new route, which is Charleston, South Carolina. It's a 2-time daily, 3-time weekly route, and this one is the early morning, so the first time of the day. And it's American Airbus A319 with Sharklets that operates this route, or American Airbus A319 in general. But today it was put on this American Airbus A319 with Sharklets, so he's just arrived in from there and getting some catering back onto the aircraft, and he's going to be making a departure back out there around an hour's time, back out to Charleston, South Carolina. A newer model to my fleet, we have this US Airways Airbus A319 in the America West Heritage livery. He's getting ready for pushback for a flight out to, let's go, DCA. Here arriving in from Munich, Germany, we have this American 777-300. He's taxiing to gate, and once again he arrived in from there, and he's going to be doing a departure back out there later tonight around 5 o'clock. And here vacating the runway, we have this United Boeing 737 MAX 8. He's just arriving in from Houston. Delta has pushed and urged over the past years at Springfield for more service. Obviously, service comes with supply and demand, and Delta does not meet many requirements with that here at Springfield. They have a good amount of service, but not enough to go where they want to go. So they maintain pretty much the same standards. They have expanded a couple of things here and there. But starting off with the Delta today, we have this Delta Boeing 737-900ER. He's getting ready for pushback in around 30 minutes down to Atlanta. Here arriving in from Detroit, we have this Delta CRJ-700. He's going to be making that turnaround back out there around 35 minutes. Here taxiing runway, we have this Delta 717. He's making his way there, and he's going to be making a departure out to Jacksonville, Florida. And coming back over to Concourse B, here we have this Allegiant ND80. He's getting ready for pushback for a flight out to Orlando, Sanford. And wrapping our way around, we have this Frontier Airbus A320 CEO. He's getting some catering onto the aircraft, and he's going to be making a departure out to, let's go, Denver, Colorado in around 25 minutes. Here taxiing the gate, we got this JetBlue Airbus A320. He's just arriving in from Boston. Finishing off Concourse B, today we have the Southwest 737 MAX 8 with split scimitars. He's getting some luggage off of the aircraft as he's just arrived in from Chicago Midway. And here taxiing to the runway, we have this US Airways Airbus A319 in the Piedmont retro livery. He's making a departure out to Dallas Fort Worth. And second in line for takeoff today, we have this US Airways Express Embraer ERJ-145. He's going to be making a flight out to Lynchburg. And just in front of him, taxiing onto the runway at this moment, we have this American Airbus A321neo. He's going to be making a flight down to Punta Cana. Let's move on over here to Concourse F. Starting off today, we have this Delta Airbus A321 at F1. He's getting some luggage here momentarily. Will be loaded onto the aircraft, and he's going to be making a departure out to San Juan, as that is where he arrived in from around 30 minutes ago. After he goes San Juan later today, he'll be making a departure out to Atlanta. 4-time weekly, once daily, we have this Korean Air 787-900 here at F6. He's getting ready for a departure at the Seoul. Here pulling into F7, we have this WestJet Boeing 787-9. He's just arrived in from Calgary, Canada, and he's going to be making that departure back out there later this evening. Here at gate, we have this Lufthansa Airbus A350-900. He arrived in from Munich around 45 minutes ago, and he's going to be making that departure back out here in maybe around an hour and a half back out to Munich. Here arriving in from San Francisco, we have this United Boeing 767-300ER. He's going to be making that departure back out there around 4 p.m. today, so a longer layover here at Springfield than usual. Finishing up the boarding process and final bags, we have this Emirates Airbus A380-800, and he's going to be making a departure out to Dubai. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. One cool thing I do want to point out is at the end of the year, I will be hitting 100 Springfield Airport updates if I stay consistent, and I will, I promise. So something really cool for the channel to be looking out for towards the end of the year. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, guys. God bless.